Everything is a drum.
Hey!
What's up, everyone? Adam from FWCI, and it's way later than I usually record, but I saw this video come across my YouTube feed. JonTron, whom I'm not overly familiar with his work, but I did watch his Vanilla Ice, Cool as Ice review, and it was very funny. I find the effort that he puts into his videos to be inspiring and very enjoyable. He's got a video called Titanic 2, and I kind of know what this is about. This is about an Aussie guy called Clive Palmer, who's, oh my god, he's trying to be the Australian Donald Trump. He was running for Prime Minister in like the last election, although he probably still trying to run for Prime Minister. But he's a crazy billionaire. He does insane shit. I used to work at this like really nice resort. This place, the Queen stayed at this resort back when I worked there. They used to have a PGA tour called the Coolum Classic that took place on the golf course there. It was right on the coast, Sunshine Coast. Absolutely beautiful, awesome, gorgeous resort. And Clive Palmer bought it and installed a bunch of dinosaur statues with sensors that when you walk past it, they would make like roaring noises. And put this way, I understand, because that resort looked like Jurassic Park. I thought that many a time cruising around in my little golf cart between different restaurants. But the PGA pulled out, nobody wanted to go there, everything just turned to shit, and I mean, he wanted to make a monorail at one time. Like, it's just non-stop with this guy. So we're gonna see what JonTron has to say about Clive Palmer's idea to make a replica Titanic and call it the Titanic 2. I haven't heard anything about this for a while. This is just something that was kind of around in the ethos, you know, probably a couple of years ago, I guess. So we'll see what the update is.
What do an Australian mega mogul and a cruise liner have to do with each other in the year of our Lord 2023? If you said sequel to the Titanic, literally called Titanic 2...
Oh my god, it's gonna sail the same route as well? Good god. Palmer, what are you doing, mate?
You'd be a suspiciously good guesser, but also unfortunately correct. Oh, I'm making that up? You're calling me a liar? Well, why don't you tell that to Clive National Living Treasure Palmer, the man of the hour and the brains behind the operation to resurrect the doomed vessel. By the way, I'm dead serious. That is officially his title. He's one of 100 people to have the designation of...
Really? I've never heard of this. Russell Crowe, I recognize that name. Ernie Dingo, yep, he deserves to be on there. John Farnham, of course. Dawn Fraser, 100%. Kathy Freeman. It's just all Olympians. That's all we care about here. Peter Garrett from Midnight Oil, yep, all right. Yvonne Goolagong Cawley, tennis player, cool. John Howard and Paul Keating, prime ministers. Okay, I don't know if I'd call them living treasures, but that's fine. Nicole Kidman. Is Margot Robbie on here? Kylie Minogue. Kieran Perkins. He won a gold medal in like 1992. Calm down, guys. Just athletes, medical people, and authors I've never heard of.
Placed on list after his staff were instructed to vote for him, so...
Clive. Oh god, look at him.
Just for some reference on the kind of guy we're talking about here, he has a real-life dinosaur park and 3 billion Australian dollars, which I presume still converts to a decent amount of real-world money.
If you skip the intro, that dinosaur park completely destroyed a beautiful Hyatt Regency resort.
Releasing PR videos such as the official Titanic 2 promo video, awesome.
Yeah, he's lame as fuck as well. His social media is embarrassing.
How he goes up to a bunch of random people on the street and he's like, what do you think of this idea? And they're just completely confused in a realistic way.
Is it for art or for use or for...
Full size.
Are they actually going to sail it, or is it just... Huh.
Titanic 2? I'm on crack and even I think that's whack. Anyways, empty your pockets. Right now, everything. Yeah, I'm serious. But how could such a task be accomplished, you might ask?
Is that a Tyrone Bigham's hat?
60 Minutes Australia provides us the answer.
Mention the name Clive Palmer, and everything that comes to mind is big. Big money, big ideas, big opinions.
Now, right off the bat, that's sus. I feel like you're being a bit...
You know what, Aussies out there, let me know if this is... Is it surreal watching somebody meme a Ray Martin news report? I grew up on that guy. It's just weird seeing him in an international context.
But what he loves even more than a good stoush is a grand idea.
Stoush?
A stoush? We're gonna have to get a price check on that. Stoush, Australian slang? Okay, a fight or brawl. So he likes a good rumble and
Oh, okay. I am Aussie, and I've never heard anyone use the phrase stoush. Ray Martin, with your goddamn vocabulary, come on.
He's building an updated, near-perfect replica of the legendary luxury cruise liner that sank 100 years ago. Clive doesn't know what it'll cost, and in typical Clive style, he doesn't seem to care.
Well, I mean, you know, that's fair. He's got the entrepreneurial spirit. Sky's the limit, or should we say ocean floor is the limit. Either way.
Well done.
The boldest of Clive Palmer's crazy ideas. Maybe. How about a life-size T-Rex?
Would you look at that? He's perfectly qualified. He's already resurrected the bones of one, cataclysmic event. And the movie where they do that thing also ends completely fine.
That's a good point. Everything he's into is from like disaster-related movies. Movies with crazy destruction.
A famous Queenslander once said, please explain.
Fair question. I get where you're coming from, but that's a dinosaur?
For those that don't know, please explain was a phrase that was used by this really, really racist politician. Please explain. Pauline Hanson, her name was. Why are you quoting Pauline Hanson, Ray Martin? Jesus Christ.
This is a dinosaur, sir. That's a dinosaur. That's a stegosaurus. Andrew, give me a cool one so I look cool to the audience. Parasaurolophus. Give me one more so they can be friends. Megalosaurus.
He picked up this struggling five-star resort for an absolute song. He changed its name.
Struggling five-star resort. It was not struggling, man. It had PGA tours there. What the fuck are you talking about?
So here he is with his wife now. I guess they're like interviewing him at his house, but why does he look like he's like a little schoolboy sitting next to his wife there like that?
Anything but ordinary. Yeah. Well, I think I'm ordinary, right? There's a President Tahiti and Billy Clinton over there, right?
Damn, he's just straight up on Billy terms with President Clinton? That's some serious stuff.
Yeah, this guy's gross, man. He's one of those people that wealth just puts him in places, even though he's a complete scumbag.
You find him as sexy as your husband?
Ray Martin, why the fuck are you asking this woman that question?
Oh no, I find my husband very sexy.
Nailed it. 10 out of 10. Ray? We gotta talk. That was a bit out of pocket. He literally just asked the man's wife right in front of him if she'd rather do the dirty with Bill Clinton. What the hell? That's just messed up for real. Listen.
It is. This interview was fucking weird, man. This Ray Martin, Clive Palmer thing, I've never seen this before, but he's not a good guy. Like, he has, like, everything he touches turns to complete horseshit.
Listen, I'm just asking the hard questions. Fuck, marry, or kill. Jimmy Carter. Clive, please. Just let me finish. Grover Cleveland. Oh, this one's not quite correct.
Absolutely.
Definitely. Gosh. Absolutely.
What did you pay for this?
Ray, this isn't working how you think it is. She's not laughing with you. You know, she's looking for routes of escape. You've put her in fight or flight.
Good to take you out here to your high
Roasting Ray Martin. Oh, it's been too long.
heels.
Clive's taking his wife outside like, this guy, he's crossing the line, right? Like, I don't want to get this wrong. Maybe I'm thinking about this too hard, but he's being kind of fucked up, right? Do you think he'll ask me about the Titanic soon?
So you had no idea how wealthy he was when you first started dating him?
I guess it wasn't really relevant.
Yeah, I was more like focused on like the fact that like I loved and cared for him. But yeah, thinking back, yeah, I'm not sure if I knew.
Is that Anna? Is that your hair?
I used to be very
Used
blonde.
to be blonde, yeah.
Really?
That's gonna be you. Front page. That looks bad for you.
It's just right. That's the dumbest, stupidest point to look at a thing and be, oh, really? You used to be blonde? Oh, like, yeah, you look dumb as fuck, right? What's it say? Amazon delivers strong profit as online retail business recovers. Oh, okay, that's like a legitimate headline underneath. I thought we were going to get gags.
Good morning, Mr. Palmer.
Good morning. Thanks. People discriminate against me every day by saying I'm a fat bastard or whatever, right? And you read
Fat
that
rich
to me.
bastard.
Oh, nice one, Ray. Nailed him. That's why you're on 60 Minutes Australia. Up top. Or should I say down under?
But they don't.
Oh my god, JonTron is great, man. I love his energy. Like, he has been like making fun of Australia and being very respectful throughout this entire video, and it fucking works. And this is honestly like one of the surrealist things ever. Because I look at somebody like JonTron, he's very American and YouTube. Like, that's very much his kind of brand. And Ray Martin is like a relic from my fucking childhood, man. Seeing these things cross paths is just bizarre. And we barely even talked about the Titanic. We're just talking about Clive Palmer and what an absolute loose unit he is.
They don't even know who I am.
Everyone says, get out of the way, Sphere Boy. But no one asks, why are you in the way, Sphere Boy?
This is the first class entrance, and that's the ballroom. Of course, all this will be air conditioned.
Clive's ship of dreams, Titanic 2, will be built in China, starting in June of this year and setting sail in 2016.
Supposed to have set sail in 2016.
Holy shit, this has been floating around a lot longer than I realized. I thought it was like a couple of years ago. That's like nearly a decade ago.
Guess they really missed the bus.
Oh, this prick is funny.
Shows that not only does he want to recreate the Titanic itself, but he wants to recreate the time period. Like, even if people did theoretically book this in the future, be honest, what are the chances it wouldn't just devolve into absolute depravity? People twerking to trap music on the front deck swimming pool, crowding around shirtless, chugging natty lights? What are the chances that's not exactly what would happen? Okay, you're not getting this. This is what you're getting.
This is about recreating the experience of Titanic 1.
You gotta pitch it a different way. You can't just say you're recreating the
recreating the experience of the world's most famous shipwreck. Clive. Fuck, man.
Experience shot for shot of the Titanic 1. That's great and all. I'm all for authenticity. But sometimes you go to a Chinese restaurant, you just want some Kung Pao chicken, some General Tso's. You don't need the pork blood soup, the scorpion on the stick. So maybe, you can make a Tex-Mex version of the boat's course there. Maybe just a loop right around the whole iceberg episode.
Is it about dreams or about making money?
We'll make a lot of money, but hopefully that's a byproduct. You see, you never should worry about how much money you make. You should always worry about
getting it to shore. I completely agree, Clive. A to B, right? That's what we're thinking?
Doing it for the right reasons and doing a good job.
Close enough for now. Yeah, we'll get
there. Oh, JonTron, you are winning me.
But his brand new ocean liner will finish up here at the famous Pier 54.
Ray, calm down, Jesus. What did Mr. Palmer do to you, man? Is this personal? Give him a chance. You're 60 minutes. You can at least try to be objective. If this asshole ever gets his shit together, I mean, yeah, that's where it'll be. That's where it'll show up. I had to, for the sake of accuracy, I had to fly all the way out here and point at that. But we all know it's not going to happen. And by the way, Clive, whatever this is.
This quintessential Queenslander says he's making so much money right now that he can't spend it all.
It's not about money, Ray. I keep trying to convince you.
Dude, it's so cringy. In almost every scene, like for real, he just keeps mentioning money. And then Clive's like, it's not about the money, dude.
Is it about dreams or about making money? Is money about...
Yeah, because Clive Palmer is a scummy piece of shit who doesn't think about anything except for money. Anytime he's like, oh, it's about doing it for the right reasons. No, he's Mr. Crab if Mr. Crab was like a real life dude. Like, he does it. This is when I say he's like the Aussie Donald Trump. Ask yourself, would Donald Trump do something for any reason other than money? There's your answer.
Just making himself look so bad. And like multiple times in this spot, he's just gone way, way beyond what's even approaching acceptable.
Yeah, I agree. This is a very weird thing, and that's what happens when people have the amount of money that Clive Palmer has, is you get somebody like Ray Martin who has been doing like really intense like news reporting for like 4 decades, probably more, and he just kind of doesn't know what to say, because like he's trying to push a point, I don't know what the point of this interview was. Like, JonTron said it's like a hit piece. To me, it sounds more like a fluff piece, but you only think it's good if you're a little bit fucked.
Going to this big gala event that Clive has thrown, and I'm not really sure what it is they're celebrating, because as far as I remember, the boat's barely even ink on paper yet, but
when Titanic 2 sails into New York, you'll be able to say that you were here tonight when it all began.
But what you will not have is plausible deniability.
All jump on board the Palmer Love Boat.
This contingent looks a bit skeptical. They don't look too pleased. They're like, the conga line? We're doing the conga line? The boat's not even on the water. What'd they say this is for again?
Even if to 18-year-old daughter Emily...
Does he embarrass you sometimes?
Every day.
Oh my God! This fucking guy! So, do you regret being born to your father? Tell me, does it bother you that you share this man's DNA? Into the mic, please, if you don't mind. Right there. So anyways, as this whole thing draws to an end, Clive and Ray sit down for one last heart-to-heart.
Oh my God, this has been a fucking journey, man. Like, seriously, this is like the most unexpected thing. I did not expect I was going to be doing this tonight.
My mother said to me at a very early age, she said, Clive, well, life will tell you what you can't do. It's best for you to find out what you can do. And that's what I've been doing. So far, I haven't found out what I can't do, Ray.
And then immediately after this, he found out he couldn't do Titanic 2, and it's still...
His mining billionaire Clive Palmer's Titanic 2 dream underwater finished shipbuilding has stopped working on the plans to design a replica of the doomed ocean liner.
Not done. And then China tried and couldn't do it either, and it's in a scrapyard. So, what do we learn today, kids? Maybe it's time we finally put this boat to rest permanently. Because nothing good has ever come from rustling around in its graveyard. Sorry, what'd you say? Titanic 666 is streaming right now on Tubi Originals? Oh, this boat will never die. Keep it coming. Oh, I love it. Feed me the slop.
Fantastic video. Again, I just enjoyed watching him roast Ray Martin. Like I say, I grew up on that guy's A Current Affair programming. Was he the one... Oh, who was it? There was like this old... Oh, what the fuck was that lady's name? This woman was like being interviewed... Her son was like some sort of fraudster or something. He started asking the hard questions, whoever the reporter was, and the woman's like, oh, I'm sorry, I can't hear you, I can't hear you. Then she's like, he says I can hear him, but I can't hear him, which was completely, you know, admitting that she could actually hear him. I don't know if that story had the payoff that I wanted it to, but this is a JonTron reaction, so I'm happy with just taking a big wild swing. Fuck Titanic 2. I'm not surprised that is dying a death and never got off. And now look at all those people that were at that gala doing the conga line. Like, yeah, we're gonna launch the Titanic too. Now they look back on that and probably look like idiots because they realize that Clive Palmer didn't know what the fuck he was talking about. But let me know in the comments what else you want to see on the channel. Let me know what other JonTron videos I should have a look at. And as always, everyone, be well, stay safe, look after your friends. See you in the next video. Peace!